Morning, guys. Have fun in gym. Have fun in gym. So one of the biggest challenges we face at Edgewood is not having a separate cafeteria and gym. We have a cafeteria gym space as one. As we talked about, the building was opened in 1960. That space has never changed. Our students go to gym in a cafeteria.
Welcome to our world. Today was our first day of gym class. We went over rules. I'm trying to give them free time at the end. You have about 16 players sharing one basketball hoop. I mean, when you throw 25 to 30 kids in a space this small, you're asking for trouble.
So we have 7 elementary schools in Oak Creek. 5 out of the 7 do not have gyms. So like at Edgewood, we have to modify a lot of our gym activities because of the space.
We have wooden beams in the gym. Yes, we do have padding on them, but it's an accident waiting to happen. And we have to be careful that we don't run into the wall because there's lines that go right up to the wall.
The space, just walking in here, it made me double take because my gym's twice the size of this. And what you can and can't get done, here you almost worry if you dribble too hard it's going to bounce and hit somebody else, where we have the space where kids are more active, they can move around more without the threat of hurting themselves or hurting someone else.
Everything gets driven around the FIAD schedule right now. And how I'd like to have it is we say, this is the optimal time for reading, this is the optimal time for math, but we have to have FIAD at certain times for each grade, and so then more often than not we end up fitting reading and math around FIAD instruction. You have to limp a little bit because your left knee is hurt. And the physical education, we want to have them do that at an optimal time as well. They're not as prepared for FIAD as we'd like them to be when they go in there, and they're not as prepared to go back to reading as we want when we go back in there.
At other schools, if it's raining out, they come in the gym and they can play around and they get a recess. If that happens at Edgewood School, they don't get recess. And
well, they get recess, but it's in a classroom.
yeah, we've had winters where the kids haven't been able to go outside for 2 weeks at a time, and you're asking some little person to sit in a desk for 8 hours straight. I was that kid. I was the one that needed to get up and move.
Okay, we're going to take a look at our gym. During times where we may have to call indoor recess, we could use this gym. We could bring a couple grade levels in here at a time, and even, you know, it's not just bringing kids in and having a seat, but kids can move around and have activities. And what's nice is we are at about, 12 in the afternoon, not having to worry about what's happening in the lunchroom.
It's time crunch. You can see the blinds are going up, they're getting everything set up, the custodian's coming over, he's going to start pulling out tables. You're busting a move, one class is leaving, he's coming in, setting out, and then as soon as lunch is done, he's having to work extra hard to get Mr. Doorlock all set.
This gym will be used by the community Monday through Friday, along with the weekend, just because of the accessibility, you know, the space. So it's a busy place.
And we do a lot of fundraiser activities in the gym. It's such a good thing for the school itself and the community.
We know that the more physically active students are, burning off energy, they're learning about health, they're engaged. We want to continue that tradition in physical education and in our classrooms as well, not just at Edgewood, but throughout our district.